Kia ora, my name is Adele Sauer and I am the CEO and founder for SeeCom. The sign name is SeeCom. Our SeeCom theme is to have sign fun. Sign language is one of the easiest languages to learn, and so a lot can be learned fast. It is guaranteed that all our classes are fun for parents and children.
Before we had SeeCom, our son would get frustrated in what he wanted to say to us and we couldn't understand him. But now he's able to say what he wants. He can say if he's hungry, if he wants a drink of water. All these little things that have made communicating so much easier and fun in our home.
There are so many benefits of learning sign language. Of course, this is to help to reduce tantrums. We also educate parents who have children with autism, even slow speech development, and slow learning, all kinds of people.
I would highly recommend baby sign language. I can see that it will be really beneficial for children and their parents.
Our baby sign language Aotearoa classes are designed to get educated, learning all kinds of vocabulary and skills in the form of sign language. So if you want to get educated and also have fun, come along to our baby sign language Aotearoa classes. As mentioned in the video, ko Adele Sauer tōku ingoa, ko Ngāti Kananun me tūhoi tōku iwi. So I'm the founder CEO for SeeCom, short for C Communication, SeeCom. So I've been involved in the deaf community for over 23 years, studying sign language, interpreting at AUT, learning for the Aotearoa, etc.
Kia ora, ko Munro Te Whata, ko Ngāti rau ko Ngāpui, rau ko Niwe, tōku iwi. I'm a designer and illustrator and animator, and I've got about 14 years experience in the industry and I'll be pretty much designing the app and making it.
Kia ora, ko BJ Walbaekken taku ingoa, ko Waikato taku iwi. I've been working in the IT industry for the last 25 years. I've started off we've done everything from help desk to hardware, network engineering, project management. I'm now just sort of doing information systems. So there is a real, to get into what we're trying to talk to you today about, there's a real misconception that sign language is only for deaf people. That's just not true. Sign language can benefit all New Zealanders. Not only that, research has actually shown that sign language can help with help such groups as autism, dyslexia, slow language learners. There's real benefits for all Kiwis.
So according to Statistics New Zealand 2013, 1 in 4 New Zealanders have a disability. That's approximately 1.2 million. So of that population, Māori, New Zealand Māori have the highest numbers. That's approximately 26%. Even if we just focus on the deaf community, approximately 60% of them are Māori deaf.
Now, imagine if we could have an app that could actually help the Māori deaf community and their whānau. Imagine if we could have an app that was so easy, babies could use it. And imagine if we could have an app that could actually support those supporting organisations that don't even realise the benefits of sign language. That's what we're trying to create here today. That's what our project is about, is a te reo Māori sign language application.
So some of the features that I can add to it, most apps are interactive, so it's stimulates learning already. With animation, I can add some animation, so with the interactivity, they can touch and it'll animate something, add some sound effects and stuff like that. And it's accessible, so it's for anybody that's got a device, pretty much. And yeah, it's in Te Reo Māori, so it's learning 2 languages at once. Good luck.
So, while we have no direct competitors, but there are some sign language apps out there on the market today. But none of them are in Te Reo, and none of them use animation to actually show the movement required to actually learn sign language properly. This will be the first step of its kind. Body language is our first language, so we use this to our advantage to actually help to make the app so interactive that babies could use it. We're also integrating 2 official languages, Te Reo Māori and New Zealand Sign Language together into one app.
So who exactly is our target market? Well, first of all, parents. Parents nationwide, parents overseas, parents. We use it to interact with their little ones even before they can speak. Also, teachers. It's a whole industry of the early childhood education or other industries, even primary school teachers. Due to research, a lot of teachers have been coming back with literacy skills. Children are coming to school with very poor literacy skills. This is one resource which can help boost literacy skills. We'll talk about that soon. So, what's in it for you? What's in it for our customers? Well, as I mentioned there, research shows that sign language helps to boost children's IQ. In fact, children who learn bilingual language, it's both spoken language and sign language, they have 12 points higher than children who just learn the spoken language. Also another advantage, it develops a closer bonding relationship between parents and children, anyone really. The first sign that I taught my son when he was a newborn, I love you. I love you. Even reduction of tantrums. Most children don't do that, do anything to reduce tantrums. So even just mention to the kids, mamai, or etu. Simple words like that, even in body language, sign language, so that they can understand. Once again, body language, as you mentioned, is a baby's first language.
Well, SeeCom has a working model, has a working business model there. What we want to do in the next 12 months, we want to focus on for this app, we want to look at developing the Te Reo Māori language app. We want to be able to patent and protect our intellectual property. We want to be able to promote the app to at least 1,000 target marketed organisations and persons, and then we want to actually also look at starting the second round of app development.
In terms of finances, well, first of all, we have an excellent team of altogether 10 of us. 10 of us, and maybe a few of us, 3 of us are here today, with excellent skills. So we need to work with, in terms of finances, we will have a project manager to supervise all of this. Quality is what our business values. So we will ensure that excellent quality work is done throughout this whole project. Also, cartoon animator, as we have here, excellent experience and skills. Also, software engineer to support all the designs together. We will also be designing a trademark character for SeeCom to go into all these apps. And also, multi-deaf, qualified multi-deaf tutors to ensure that all the signs and linguistics are correct for all the signs. So altogether, that budget comes to just over 70,000.
So for developing strategic advantage, we've got a few ideas, but in the beginning we'll start off with like simple alphabet, and then eventually we'll move on to unlocking in-app purchases. So it'll be like an intermediate level, maybe unlocking different numbers and stuff like that. We'll just keep growing the content and keep constantly updating it. And yeah, that's pretty much all.
So, in terms of SeeCom, our mission is to have sign fun. It is to enhance the community of educators, parents and children through the medium of digital Māori, Te Reo Māori sign language. As from my own experience, I can hear, I can see, but sign language really boosted me throughout my 23 years of epilepsy. As we know, typically a lot of our culture are hands-on, kinesthetic learners, so we use that to our advantage as well. And so if it made a difference in my life, I know from experience it can make a difference in everyone else's lives too. Ian, how can I do?
Kia ora, that was awesome. Just a question, what's 60% of all deaf community whānau Māori? What's that number?
Okay, so it's predominantly deaf is 7,000.
7,000
in
Māori.
New Zealand,
Oh,
and so 60%,
yeah.
60% of that 7,000 population
Right.
that are predominantly Māori.
That's a big number. Wow. No, so thank you for that. Look, it's such a cool thing that you're doing, and it has to be done anyway. So you're going to just keep on going. So yeah, the SeeCom. When you talk about your team of 10, is SeeCom business or is it something else?
Business.
SeeCom.
That's right.
So who owns that? You're the owner? Oh, awesome. And that's set up primarily around classes of getting people in and the face-to-face kanoi stuff.
That's right. We just launched also webinar classes because there's only approximately 40 tutors in New Zealand.
Yeah,
Not
right.
enough to go nationwide face-to-face. So we
Right.
just launched webinar classes as well.
Wow. Wow. So the tools and the people and stuff you've got right now is something you can just leverage, use these experts here and others to just take this into a whole other space, digitise it and get on with it. Oh wow, awesome. Based in Auckland? Well, sorry, I missed where you based?
Sorry, yeah, I'm myself. We are based in Hamilton.
Oh,
yeah.
So we can be anywhere due to
Yeah.
digital technology.
Wow, cool. And do you see that this could be something that you could take this, you got ideas around taking this further afield?
Yes, there's lots of Kiwis over in Australia, America, UK, etc. And so yes, even my tutor, for example, for the webinar, she was in Sydney and taught a whole lot of Kiwis here in New Zealand. So the same thing with this project, going international as well.
Cool. So have you tested any of the thinking yet or done any kind of prototyping of anything to get it to this stage?
We're using this project, so it's more just the research stage at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
It's just-
I've created a similar,
Yeah.
because I've been at Kiwi Digital for like the last 4 years, making the apps.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much, yeah, we do this stuff. We just haven't done one focused on sign language.
Right. So you're with Kiwi Digital now? Right, cool. Oh, thank you. That's awesome.
Kia ora. I think you're pretty much on your way with your idea. You know what you know, and it's quite clear that you have a lot of experience in this area. So my question really is about the future. You know, once you've already developed your app and it's out there, and how you will continue to, I guess it's around scalability. You know, what next after you've built this app? Where will you take it? I guess as a comment, that would be, would you look at other Indigenous cultures, you know, trying to help them with their sign language? Or, so my question would be about scalability, sustainability, because it's quite clear with what you've presented today, where you are now and where you will be soon. So, yeah, it's sort of, I don't have much to offer in terms of that, because you're quite clear about that. It's where you're going to after that, and how you're going to grow, apart from just continually adding on to your application now, just how far you can go with that. So if you have any thoughts around that, I'd love to.
Well, no one knows this. We always get asked the typical question. So is sign language the same all around the world? No. There's over 200 sign languages worldwide. So you can even create offline Australia sign language apps, UK, British sign language. They all families. It's bands, British, Australia, New Zealand sign language. So people, partner, with those countries, also American sign language, there's over 200 sign languages worldwide. I think that's really
So, sorry, can I just come back to that? So you said during your audit or that earlier that no one's doing this. Is that right globally? There's no one else who's created an app for sign in one of those other 200 languages?
Yes, the first country that developed a sign language was actually America. And so they do have other projects going because
Right.
it's bigger mass, etc. But New Zealand, not
Right.
yet. Australia, not yet, etc. Yeah, so there's a lot of countries that are still behind, including us.
So then you get the model right, and the others is translation into.
Yes, that's right.
And the features, I think, they're not the same. They don't have, most of them don't have the same features. And
Right.
a lot of them have got sign language where it's just not animated, so it's like you have to kind of understand the picture through a series of pictures.
Right.
So I feel like
Yeah,
you see
yeah.
that, it's just a couple of pictures or something.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's such a wonderful and valuable thing that you're working on. I've got two questions. One is around, are you planning to do like a user pays model, and is it like a subscription base on the app, or are there areas through like disability funding or others that you'll be looking to for revenue?
Well, we're looking at both, to be honest, because the A-levels are registered through the
expecting there'll be animated movements that rather than video that demonstrate, and that's a lot to do, and also how advanced does it go if it's aimed at babies to start with, and you also is it going to become quite advanced as well, or are you just mainly focused on the introduction?
Due to the trademark character that we are designing, it can turn into whatever character it wants. So if it's basically designs that's catered towards that age group, or even towards older children, you would design it accordingly. So in terms of what you're saying, yes, it can even be designed even for teenagers age, older children, etc.
I think if you imagine like it starts off with the letter and then someone touches it, something drops out, does the sign in the hand, but maybe it's just hands or something like that. And then eventually like the more difficult the sign language movement is, will probably come into the advanced sections. And I guess so you start off with like a free version and then you unlock further stuff through pay purchases.
And also one of the things that we're looking at is that you can develop one app that we might be focused on babies, and depending on the research and how things go, then you can bring in another app that can actually help with those support organisations that need those simple words and phrases to be able to help them in their work. We know that it works within the teachers' organisations and stuff like that too. There's stats out there that talk about 95% of all communication is actually non-verbal. So using it in a young language, even all through, and that can bring on those we'll talk about a competitive advantage. We would bring in another series of apps, and there's that, they will bring in another series of apps. So depending on the research and what we can find out as we go down this, pushing our boundaries is where we can take it.
How much, I totally agree, obviously, this space around like language and learning, it's very clear it's a content play. How much will the app cost?
We're just doing research at the moment with our accountants at the moment, but at the moment it will be approximately about $2.99.
Okay. And then if the market in New Zealand for a Māori sign language app is 7,000 deaf, 60% of those are Māori, say it's 4,000 people, whatever, but you've got a budget of 70,000. It seems like there's quite a big gap between the actual hard cost to create that versus the potential market as it is. Are you stuck solely on the idea of just the app play around it, or like you've obviously dug into like Udemy, or maybe even like if it's a content play on like YouTube with pre-roll ads, like where do you do you see it as a just in terms of the other ways to monetize, potentially get that revenue back? What other pricing business models have you looked around in terms of like language learning online through the apps or platform things? Just kind of put a scope on that.
Well, we have been also, because we're dealing with two official languages of our country, we have also been looking at learning. That's what's being referred to the Ministry of Social Development, because we are also assisting with different types of disabilities as well, autism, Down syndrome, etc., etc. And so yes, we have been given a lot of research information about that. Yes, and even teachers especially have been contacting a lot, because as I briefly mentioned, there's been a lot of literacy challenges within the school programs. I've tried a lot of visual learning, reading, and all. A lot of those strategies have not been working, so they're just trying anything and everything else, and so they've been requesting webinar classes to happen within classes.
So you have the app side, the webinars, and then the events, those kinds of revenue streams.
So webinars could even at one step become part of that.
Yeah.
So
Totally, yeah. Because then it's just a time thing, right?
And it's also like it's breaking down that misconception that it's sign language is for the deaf.
Yeah.
We want sign language for for everybody. There's these benefits right across the board that even I didn't know about. By learning sign language can actually help. So we don't want to focus on that market, because we need to inform everyone else and say, hey, there's real benefits here. There's just benefits.
Especially for babies. It's pretty much the first thing that they can learn is sign language. Choking.
I mean, it's our first language. Whether we realise it or not, as babies, body language is actually our first language, so it's just capitalising on that.
As research shows, babies start responding in sign language between roughly 6 to 9 months, compared to spoken language between 18 to 24 months. So it's like a year's head start.
Can I just say something? I mean, depends who your markets are. Like, for example, if you're selling your app as a resource to teachers, educators, and that most probably will be a set price. But if you release this on the App Store, on Google Play, and for smart device, mobile device, that it be free to play, because you will actually make more money that way than you will if you just sold it for $2.99. Because if your app is engaging and people are really learning and they get to a point and they want to carry on, they'll pay for it. They will so pay for it, even though it's 99 cents. And then they get to the next point and it's like, okay, well, I want to learn more, I want to learn more. They'll pay for it. So before you know it, your $2.99 app has turned into $29.99 for someone spending 99 cents once a month or whatever for the whole year. So you've literally made a lot more money from your free play version of the game. But I can see you've got two different markets. You've got an educators market where it's teachers and early childhood education and things like that, which won't work, obviously free to play won't work very well. Yeah, but you've got your public market and international market potentially, where you would make a lot more money. Sounds hard saying give your app away for free, but you don't give the whole thing away for free. You give a certain amount.
Yeah, we'll definitely start off with the main group, and then that'll just be the alphabet probably.
And that way you've kind of got this revenue generating.
But I presume the other thing too, and this is going around in my head, is that, you're opening up an opportunity for the wider whānau to learn the language without having to turn up to classes and stuff or learn from the parents and the tamari can actually start to learn. And I would have thought there would be a bit of a desire for a bunch of people outside the immediate whānau to learn that, because they, it's the niece or nephew or whatever, and say we need to get on the train with this.
Just so they're not so alien. No,
They can-
feel so alien that they can't talk to anybody. Everybody a little bit.
Thanks, guys.
Love it. Thank you.